Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Pinkfresh Fridays, where we all use something from our stash or something new that's pink fresh for our layout. And mine is from my stash and from various different collections. I am showing the pieces here. I mean, it's that one is pretty old. Well, that blah one is too. Those alphas, I think, are the newest thing I own. Well, I know they're the newest thing I own. And that skyline thing with the buildings, I think that might be from Stay Home. And yeah, there's a few from Stay Home, but then there's others in here. I am putting it, I did fussy cut it in advance because I knew that the buildings would take a while to cut out. I'm using the packaging there for my notebook paper, and I had two packages of those, so I just combined them, what was left of the one that I had used pieces out of, and stole the packaging for my layout. I thought it'd look good putting a strip up there because I am going to put a little cluster up there. And since I was going to have something at the bottom, the buildings. Well, when I actually made it up there with that piece, it looked kind of top heavy. So I cut a little strip, not a very big one. Well, there wasn't a whole lot left on that paper. So I cut a little strip to put on the bottom, and the buildings are just going to go on top. And I did put that really thin foam tape behind them, the one that comes in the little tiny strips. And this collection, the picture is of my grandson, and he was in DC, and it was for a think tank. And this is the whole group, and it came off the website. And the DC part on here, I started putting it on there. I thought, wow, that'd be great. It'll fit right on this little thin piece. I had it planned to put at the bottom of the photo and go across there. But then I thought, well, it'll fit on this little piece, and it did. However, the DC part, um, I had no periods. There's no periods on that phone, the puffy sticker alphas. So I use the inside of the R's that would normally be thrown away and put the flat side down on the bottom to have my two dots for the DC. And I just kept going while I was talking. So now I'm working on a cluster up there at the top. I pulled out things I thought I might use on the layout. What you see over in that tray, I think most of it stays over in the tray. I don't end up using it. But I'm working on the cluster up there at the top, and it's a reminder to work hard, be positive, stay humble, and the details and good day. And like I said, this is a think tank. His last year in college, uh, two people from the college got to go for this think tank, and he got to be one of them. And he really enjoyed it. I mean, from the time he was probably fifth or sixth grade, when I would rent movies, especially ones with a plot, he would like to think it out. So he had the remote, and he'd stop and discuss what was already happening and what he thought was going to happen and the reasoning for that. So he really liked this think tank because everybody discussed the things that they had to talk about. And they were there a week, so he had a lot of time to, debate and discuss and all that at the think tank. I am up there, well, in the photo, there's kind of a burnt orangish red, more red, I guess. And so I pulled out the red pieces so I could use them in here since it is in the photo in a couple of places. And so I'm trying to work them into the clusters. And that hustle there, I wanted it on there. It says hustle, dream big, and work hard. But it don't show up super well on that pinstripe paper. And I know in this video, though, it looks like it's white paper, but it's not. It's pinstripe. And I think it's from the Stay Home, too. So I thought, well, if I put a darker piece behind here, it'll show up better. And when I went to look for a darker piece, all I found was this pocket. Well, there's other pockets too, but they were more purple, and most of this is blue. And I already cut part off of it. I'm not sure what for, but I cut part off of it. And I thought about just laying it upside down on there, but then I thought I might need some more of this blue later. And uh, I went ahead and cut it apart and trimmed it up because, I didn't cut it that good. I just went along the edge of the folds. And that frame, it says, let's see what it says, just have fun. No, well, I think it is just do fun because some of the letters have descenders, well, like the S and the T. So I think the D has a descender. And so I think it's just do fun. So hustle, dream big, and work hard, just do fun. Because, like I said, he said he had a lot of fun there. And of course, he got to sightsee too. So that added to the fun. And when I was trying to figure out what to do with this blue, I decided it needed a little more. And of course, I didn't have no more unless I cut off of the chunk that was already there. So that's what I did. And you really cannot tell it at all that I took part from there and filled in. And I got a little crooked when I put it back, but I just now straightened it all. So just so y'all know, I did straighten it. I thought, well, how did I not notice it was crooked? And yeah, and I will put the hustle on there, and it does have a little tiny foam tape under it too. And I'm just going to try to scoot it in and nestle it partly on the photo and partly hanging off. And that hexagon there says bright idea with a light bulb. and and then up there at the top it said, oh, well, doesn't say it yet, but it will have more ideas than time and think tank. And the think tank's really the title, I guess. Well, no, I guess it's not. I guess hustle could be the title. But I had made him an album of this, only I didn't get a few of the photos scrapped. So I told him I'd get them scrapped, and it's been a year and a half. I think it's time I need to work on them. Uh, but I'm going to put all that in there while I'm doing all that and putting some splatters on my layout. I want to mention that down there below will be the links to everybody else that is doing the Pinkfresh Fridays. And this whole idea of using your pink fresh out of your stash and new is from Joanne Bartel, and she just loves pink fresh. I love it too. Well, I love just about anything scrapping, but I hardly ever think to use my pink fresh. So having these Fridays helps me remember that it's over there in that iris container and I need to pull it out and use it. I am using Lindy's Warm Calico. On the layout, it's a black color. I mean, I don't know where the warm calico comes from, but it's black color, so I'm sprinkling it lightly. Well, I did sprinkle it lightly on the layout, and then I pulled out some Pinkfresh enamel stars, and I'm just going to use the dark blue. So I'm going to put 3 in 2 clusters, but only one in the, well, it's not a cluster. I'm going to put it up there by the well, let's see, work hard, more ideas than time. And then I noticed as I started to put the enamel things up that there was 2 dark blue chevron things on their arrows. So I added them to my layout, and that's it. I am done. And yeah, I'm glad to get this photo scrap for him. And since I used a 3-ring binder for the other photos, all I have to do is put them in a page protector and give them to you so you can go ahead and add them to the rest of the album. Uh, I think there's probably 4 that I haven't scrapped, but I was really good at it for the 1 month that I worked hard scrapping them. But there are my big city buildings, and there's the title, even though I do have a lot on there. I still, well, yeah, it's still the title. So I think I'll say hustle, dream big, and work hard is the title. And I wanted some more extra layering behind the photos while all this is up there at the top, and to add the colors that I was using on the rest of the layout, which mostly has been blue. And see, you can tell it's diagonal pinstripes now because it is on a close-up. But yeah, and my little cluster at the top left. But if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. Bye.